Hi Just Be Pilates people. I've put together some homework for our 3-week mid-year break, and I hope that you have a go at doing this once, twice, maybe every day if you're feeling up to it. So when we catch up again week 1, term 3, you're all good to go. Just remembering breathing, relaxing the shoulders, zipping up through your pelvic floor, engaging that lower abdomen, and keeping nice and long through the spine. Be aware of any strain or soreness that you might feel and listen to your body here. A little bit of muscle energy burn, that's okay, and just take notice of how you're feeling. And also for those people that are aware of their precautions, such as flexion, extension precautions, please take notice of these things as well. These are all things that we've already covered in our sessions, you'd be well aware. So enjoy. Shoulders relaxed. Taking a big breath in, bringing your arms up and overhead, interlacing your fingers and pushing your palms to the ceiling. Lengthening from the tips of your toes, the tips of your fingers. And taking a breath in. Exhale, reaching across to the right, extending long through the side of your body. If you want to take this stretch a little further, rotate the body so the palms are facing towards the ground. Breathing in and exhale, facing forward and coming back upright, pressing your palms to the ceiling, breathing in, reaching long. And exhale across to the left. Stretching long through the side of the body, rotating slightly to direct the palms to the floor. Breathing in. And exhale, facing forward and coming upright. Breathing in, pushing the palms to the ceiling. Lengthening long. Creating as much space between each vertebra in your spine as you can as you reach your hands away from the ceiling. And letting go of the fingers now, floating the arms down to your side. Relaxing the arms here, taking a breath in. And we'll go straight into a roll down as you bring your head, neck and shoulders over. Slowly releasing the breath out as you work your way down through the spine. Just keep the arms hanging heavy to your side as you scoop up the tummy and work down each vertebra. And just hanging as you reach the bottom of your range here. Letting the head hang heavy here and the arms too. Soften the knees slightly to take any excess strain out of the back of the legs. We're just looking for a mild stretch here to warm up. Certainly don't want to push it too far. Breathing in, drift your body weight very so slightly towards your toes. Exhale, drifting the body weight to the back of your heels. Inhale, drifting forward. And exhale, drifting back. And one more. Just letting that upper body hang heavy. Letting gravity take over. And then coming back to a neutral position through your feet. Taking a breath in. On the exhale, working your way slowly up, starting from the soles of your feet, through the back of your legs, keeping your arms and head just passively hanging here as you work your way up through the backs of your legs. Drawing the tummy up and in. When you get to the pelvis, just tilt the pelvis and place it on top of your legs. Now stacking your spine one vertebra at a time, like they're building blocks. Releasing your breath out. As you come up towards the shoulders, draw the shoulder blades down towards the opposite hip pocket, lengthening across the shoulders and opening the chest. Lastly, stacking the neck and then the head. And going again, breathing in, bringing the arms up overhead, interlacing the fingers, pushing the palms away. And And releasing the hands now. Exhale, lowering the arms down, bringing them to your side. Breathing in. And exhale, going into the roll down. And again, slowly with control, working your way down the spine, scooping the lower abdomen up and in. As you're working down here through the backs of your legs, push the outsides of your feet down into the mat, as though you're pushing the floor out from under you to really establish a strong grounding through your body and hanging here. So this time we're going to walk out into a pike position, taking a breath in, and as you let the exhale out, walking your hands forward along the mat for 1, 2, 3.5 steps. Bring your body slightly forward over your hands and now lengthen your body back, sinking the heels down, lifting the sitting bones high. Press the pads and the fingertips of the hands down and then lengthening your arms up from your wrists into your shoulder joints. Let the head hang passively so you're looking behind you, aiming to get as much length through the spine here as possible. Keep extending those arms up and away from the mat. Lifting your right heel, push the left heel down into the calf stretch. Bringing the right heel down, lift the left. And working back into the left heel, lifting the right. Right heel comes down, lifting the left. Both heels down, lengthening here. Pressing your armpits downward towards the floor to help open across the back. Taking a breath in and exhale, walking your hands carefully with little wobble through the hips and letting your body hang. And adjust yourself if you need to. Taking a breath in and exhale, making your way up into standing. Working with your breath, moving and breathing together. Taking notice of that lift through your lower abdomen as you carefully stack your spine, one vertebra on top of the other. Lastly, opening across the chest, stacking the neck and then the head. Reaching up long through your spine like you're being pulled by the crown of the head and bringing arms up and over as you breathe in and interlacing the fingers, pushing the palms away and exhale, releasing the hands, floating the arms down. Breathing in straight into the next roll down. As you exhale, the head, neck and shoulders come up and over, tummy scoops in, and we roll down one more time. And hanging heavy here. You'll notice that you'll be able to get that little bit of extra length through the back of your legs and through the spine. Just letting the arms and the head hang heavy here. Taking a breath in, we're going to walk out again into our pike. Exhale, taking the hands forward for 1, 2, 3.5 steps. Bring your body weight slightly forward, press your fingers and hands down into the mat. Now lengthening the arms up and back into the shoulders. Let your head hang as you look out behind you, lifting the sitting bones up, sinking the heels downward. Taking a breath in and exhale, pushing the armpits downward towards the floor. Taking a breath in now and come up onto the feet. Exhale, drifting your body forward and lowering yourself into a plank. Now if this is not feeling good for you or you have some shoulder issues, please just bring the knees straight down onto the mat into a quadruped position. Taking a breath in and knees down. On all fours here. And we'll just do some cat stretching, a familiar yogi move, taking a breath in, tilting the pelvis forward, lengthening up from the tailbone through the vertebra, one at a time, like we do with the roll down, reaching up through the crown of the head. And then exhale, tucking the pelvis under, rounding the back, bringing the chin to chest, scooping up through the tummy. Inhale, tilting forward. And exhale, scooping back. And inhale, tilting forward. And exhale, scooping back. And coming into a neutral position. Making your way to the end of the mat and bringing yourself into seated. Long through the neck. Taking a big breath in, and with your exhalation zipping up through your pelvic floor, drawing up the lower abdomen. Taking another breath in, and now on the exhale starting to roll down with control. Keeping that lift through the lower abdomen as you release the breath out. Arms come up and over. Just let your eyes track your fingertips as they move up and over the ceiling. And then coming down into an extended position. Taking a breath in, bringing your knees up and arms out to your side. Reaching your fingertips towards your heels. Heels are just a couple of inches away from the bottom. And now pressing your forearms, your upper arms and your shoulders downward. Taking a breath in, tilting forward, just lifting lightly through the lower back. Exhale, tilting back to connect the spine with the mat. Inhale forward and exhale, tilting back. And one more, tilt forward. As you breathe in, flattening the spine on the mat and pulling up into a bridge. So lifting through the bottom, peeling the spine away from the mat, one vertebra at a time, and just coming up to the bottom of your shoulder blades. Just pushing the soles of your feet downward like you're pushing the floor away from you, and let the shoulders and upper arms sink downward into the mat. And taking a breath in, arcing the arms up and over, palms facing in, and reaching long through the body. Exhale, coming down out of the bridge. So with deliberation, using that breath out to come down, connecting the vertebra one at a time with the mat, in the same way we came up. Keeping that lift through the lower abdomen to control the connection of the spine back to the mat. Keeping lifted through the lower abdomen as you tilt the pelvis back into a neutral position. Breathing in, arms come back down to the side. Breathing out, tilting and pulling up into the bridge. Holding it here, shoulders and head are heavy down into the mat. Bottom is lifted, tummy is in, lower abdomen lifted. Breathing in, arcing the arms up overhead. Reaching away as you exhale and work your way down through the spine. And if it helps to put a chi ball or a spiky peanut ball in between your knees just to help you stabilise through the pelvis, this is always an option for you. I've deliberately kept props out of this just for the sake of ease for everyone at home. Breathing in, arms come down, go up into one more bridge, straight up on the exhale, tilting and peeling up. Coming up to the bottom of the shoulder blades, bottom lifted, tummy in, spine nice and long, pelvis relatively neutral, and the shoulders and head are anchored down into the mat. Inhale, arcing the arms up and overhead, palms facing in, and exhale, working your way down. And nice and slowly too, aiming to keep your body weight evenly distributed through both feet and hips here. Nice and even, steady movement working down through the spine. So if you have any issues in flexion, this is primarily an extension exercise. Just make sure you only come up to a point where your spine is long and straight and comfortable. Certainly not coming up too high into the shoulders. And arms down to the side, interlacing the fingers and cradling the head here, elbows just popping out to the side, supporting the base of the head. Taking a breath in and use the breath out to zip up, so drawing in the front, middle, back passage muscles for the ladies, or front and back passage for the men. And internally give the muscle a little lift upwards towards the belly button. Now pull the belly button towards the back of the spine and feel that sense of strength and foundation in your lower abdomen. Taking another breath in, this time on the exhale, working from the tip of the base of the spine all the way up again through each vertebra, starting to lift through the chest and then the neck and then the head, scooping deep into the belly, looking directly at the knees. So strong deep scoop here through the tummy, lifting the lower abdomen. You want to feel the strength in this lift. Yes, I'm going to keep you holding here, drawing from your core muscles rather than feeling your neck bearing the weight of the head here. Breathing and extending the arms, palms facing into the knees. Exhale, scooping high. So drawing the chest towards the thighs. Working those tummy muscles deep from the lowest part of your pelvic floor. Breathing in, hands to head. Exhale, rolling down through the spine. And resting your head back on the mat. Nice and slow. So we're primarily drawing strength from the core. You will feel, of course, some glutes kick in. We want to make sure that that core is completely engaged to support your back, your neck and your shoulders also. Breathing in and exhale again, working up through the spine, lifting the chest, the shoulders and the head, scooping deep into the tummy. Inhale, extending hands. Exhale, drawing your chest closer, digging deep here into the core. Holding it high, inhale, hands to head, and exhale, rolling down. And taking a breath in, and we'll come up one more time on the exhale. Inhale, extend, and exhale, scooping, lifting high, hands to head, and rolling down. For those people who need to be cautious in flexion, breathing in this as you do lift, you just come up to that point where you're maintaining a relatively neutral spine rather than scooping in and lifting higher. You're still drawing on those core muscles but maintaining comfort in the length of the spine and then coming down. And that's where you want to be. Taking the knees to the chest and just rocking back and forth into the lower back for a bit of reprieve. And bringing the legs out long. We're coming up into seated now, arms extended, palms facing in. And coming up on the exhale, take a breath in to begin with. Use the first exhale to zip up and pull in. So as you exhale, drawing the front, middle, back passage muscles or the front and back passage muscles in towards each other. Internally drawing the muscle up towards the belly button. And now suck the belly button to the back of the spine and holding it here. Just feeling that sense of a strong foundation through your lower abdomen. When you're ready to move up, you're breathing and moving together. Breathing in, start lifting the arms, the head, the neck and the shoulders. Push the breath out as you can keep the pelvis nice and connected to the ground. Coming up into a seated position, bring the feet in towards each other. Take a breath in and exhale, scooping, you're reaching forward and hanging here into the stretch. So just letting the elbows hang into the inside of the knees sinking downward towards the floor and relaxing the shoulders as best you can rather than hunching up like this. We want to let the shoulders hang passively here and looking to open up through the inside of your legs and the hips. Take a big breath in, use the exhale just to let everything go. Taking a breath in and exhale, stacking up, working through the spine, opening through the chest, stacking the neck and lastly the head. Bringing the legs around and coming onto all fours. Pressing the fingertips down into the mat, the outside of the hands, you should be able to lift the thumbs there. Having your body directly up and over the arms, which are stacking up into your shoulder joints. Being mindful not to be coming in on an angle that you're actually directly up and over, bearing the weight into both arms. Shoulder blades are back, gaze is directly down to create a long straight neck. Pelvis is in a relatively neutral position, so avoiding the sinking dip of the pelvis anteriorly tilted or the roundness of a posterior tilt, but finding the neutral. So breathing in here, as you exhale, extending right arm, left leg into our quadruped. Points of the hips facing directly down to avoid the roll out of the hip. Neck nice and long, gaze directly down. Inhale, bringing the hand and the knee back. Exhale into the left arm, right leg. Keep extending up through the grounded arm. If you find it too strong to do opposite arm and leg, you can also work each individual arm and leg. And work through this way. I actually find that opposite arm and leg work better for balance. Coming back onto all fours. Going into the stretch, this will suit some people but not all, but extending long, bending your knee, reaching your hand around, taking hold of your foot, and now pushing the foot into the hand as you draw the shoulder blade back into the stretch. Really nice to open up the hip, stretching through the quad and getting some nice stretch through the shoulders. Releasing the foot and bringing the hand and foot down, coming to the other side. Remember to keep breathing here. It's still a balance, extending up through the grounded arm. Drawing that shoulder blade back and releasing down. Coming over back into your bottom, legs out in front, arms up at shoulder height, pulling up through the crown of your head, shoulder blades back. Taking a breath in, exhale, going to the right. So working at a neutral pelvis here, thinking of bottom rib to opposite hip, pulling up tall through the crown of the head. So you're using the lift through the lower abdomen to keep that long straight back. Neutral pelvis, inhale back to centre, exhale over to the left, inhale back to centre and exhale back to the right, inhale to centre and to the left and back to centre, taking your hands behind your fingertips, pointing in towards your bottom. Tucking the thumbs in close and drawing the shoulders back and lifting out through the chest. Nice for the stretch here, just to get some opening across your chest and your shoulders. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can go into the lift, into leg pull, breathing in and exhale, lifting up through the hips, drawing the shoulders back. Let your head just float up with the chest rather than lifting through the chin or tucking down. Take a breath in at the top. And exhale, lower. Inhale, bringing the arms up and over, and exhale, folding forward into the stretch. Taking the breath in and exhale, stacking back up into a seated position, working through the spine, opening the chest, drawing the shoulders back, lastly stacking the neck and the head. And bringing the arms down, coming back onto your front, curling your toes under and sitting into your heels and just reaching your hands forward like you're pushing down and away through the mat. Taking a breath in and exhale, coming up onto your toes, launching forward and lowering the bottom into a plank. Pulling up through the tummy, shoulder blades back, knees come down, sitting into the heels, take a breath in, exhale, launching up and over, breathing in here, knees come down, exhale back into the heels, and one more exhale and into the plank. So pushing your hands down into the ground like you're pushing the ground away, shoulder blades are back, tummy's in and bottom is down for a long straight spine. long neck so the gaze is down, but not dipping the chin or lifting up through the chin, finding that straight neck. Bringing the knees down and taking the toes together, sitting back into a recovery position. If you take the knees wide and sit down into the heels, it will help to open up through your hips that little bit deeper. And slowing the breathing down here. Long inhalation to feel the diaphragm expanding out and up through the rib cage and the back ribs, and exhale, let the diaphragm just deflate as you sink down into the stretch. And taking a breath in, exhale, start walking your hands towards the knees, tilting through the pelvis, scooping the tummy in and stacking the spine. And coming up. Stretching out the glutes now back onto all fours. Taking both legs across to the right. Right leg comes up and over the bent left leg. And then pushing your right leg behind. Sitting up evenly through the hips, so you should feel the stretch through the back of the left hammy and glute. And now folding forward into the stretch. Bringing your head to the mat. This is a little bit uncomfortable. You can always stack your fists and rest your forehead like this. Slowly breathing, long inhalations. Relax the shoulders as you exhale. Let the body sink deeper down into the stretch. Putting the hands back on the mat, curling the toes under and pushing yourself back up into quadruped, coming over to the other side. Legs across to the left leg up over bent right leg and pushing the leg behind. Sitting evenly through the hips and now folding forward as you settle into the stretch. And placing the hands down onto the mat, curling the toes under and pushing yourself back up into quadruped. Pushing the hands down, fingertips into the mat, curling the toes under, breathing in, launching your body forward and then pushing your tailbone up, sinking back now into the heels. Letting the head just hang here. And taking a breath in, walking your hands back towards the feet and letting your body hang heavy here. Taking a breath in, walking forward slightly, just subtly, taking your body weight to your toes, exhale, sinking your body weight to the back of your heels. And inhale forward, slowing your breathing down, moving with your breath flow. Now coming back to a neutral position through the base of your feet, taking a breath in, and on the exhale slowly making your way up into standing. Starting from the base of your feet, working up through the backs of your legs. Keep the arms and head just hanging. As you get to the pelvis, tilt it, place it on top of your legs. Get your tummy tucked in, stacking your spine. Start drawing the shoulders down and back, opening the chest. Lastly, stacking the neck and head, and you're done.